Sometimes I feel like it's a challenge to get started writing. I mean, I've been writing for I don't know how long, but when I get away from that practice, when I get away from the routine of writing, like right now, I am starting the new school year and it's been a couple of days since I've been writing, and I am finding it challenging to get back into the mode of how I was writing each day during the summer. And let me say, I wasn't writing every day. I will be completely honest, I was not writing every day, but I was finding time in my schedule to get some words written. But now I feel like, okay, how do I get back in the mode of writing, even though I have other tasks and I have other things that are demanding my attention and it's taking me away from writing? How do I get back to writing? Hi, my name is Aisha, and my mission is to mobilize you, the Christian writer, so that you can share your unique voice with the world. I will be bringing you writing tips and godly encouragement. Have you heard about the Writing with Power community? Your sisters in Christ are waiting to write with you in the Writing with Power community. I will leave the information in the description box for you if you are interested. Okay, so you have gotten to the point where you're off track with your writing goals. You're finding it tough to start writing again. Let me share some tips with you to help you get started writing again. So, tip number one, give yourself some time to think. Give yourself time to get ideas out of your head. When we hold on to those ideas and we think, I will be able to remember them when it's time for me to start writing, we already know there are so many things that we have to do, so many things that take over our brain space. So, get those ideas out, type them in a document, type them in a Google Doc, write them in your journal. You want to give yourself time to think. And what I mean by giving yourself time to think, I mean, think about what you want to write about. Think about your characters, think about your setting, think about your plot. Think about all those things that you want to write about and start writing them down. And I always encourage stillness. When we sit in stillness, when we sit in quiet, when we are just sitting to kind of let our brains think, I truly believe that our imaginations reward us. I believe that when we take time to actually give our brains that space to create, our imaginations will reward us. So give yourself time to think. Write your ideas down. Sit in stillness, sit in quietness. And you don't have to sit for a long time. Give yourself 15 minutes. And if you start doing that 15 minutes each day, that will give your brain time to recognize, okay, now I can think because she's given me that time to think. Another thing I would do is make plans. Make a plan for your characters. Make a plan for your setting. Make a plan for how you want to write your story. And let me say this, there is a difference between an informal plan and a formal plan. Now, me, I normally do informal plans because I want to leave space for creativity. I want to leave space for my story to grow, for my characters to expand. Some people take the time to do a more formal plan. They might write out a character and write every single description that they can think about that character. They might look at a setting and think about every way that this setting can affect the story. And I am just the type who I learn more about my characters, I learn more about my setting as I write. So I use free writing, and that allows me to just get ideas out of my head. But once I am done with free writing, then I start putting my stories together. So after you got your ideas out, you want to come up with a plan in some way. And with that, it can be informal where you free write and then you put things together, or you can do a more formal plan and you can actually think about every single detail of your story. And for me, I've already come to this next step, and that is writing. I just feel like from the start, I need to just get ideas out. I hear characters. I feel like I hear the description of the character, or I am hearing conversations that characters are speaking, and I just want to write those things out. But when you get to this step, just write. Don't judge yourself. Don't try to edit. Don't try to make corrections. Just write. Get all those ideas out so that you're not stifling your creativity trying to hold on to things you need to remember. And when it comes to writing, I encourage you, write in sprints. I love writing in sprints because that allows me to just focus on what I'm writing on at that time. I usually set up a 15-minute, 20-minute, or 30-minute sprint. Sometimes I will write for 45 minutes, but that is a large chunk of time if you're just trying to get back into writing. But I would say give yourself 15 minutes. Before you start writing, think about what you want to write and then focus on that for that 15 minutes. And when the timer is up, then you can take a break. You can think about what you want to write next and do another 15-minute sprint. And let me say, for me, this has been working well. When I am doing these 15-minute sprints, I am getting around 450 to 500 words every time I do these sprints. You can also think about writing in chunks of time. Maybe you can't write every day for 15 minutes. Maybe you just decide that on Tuesdays you're going to write for an hour, or on Wednesdays you're going to write for 2 hours because you know that you have that day off. So chunks of time, that is great as well. So if you can't write daily, then choose a chunk of time when you know that you'll be able to write. So let's recap. If you are trying to get back into the habit of writing, I want you to try these tips. First, just think about your ideas. Give yourself time to sit still. Give yourself time to actually get those ideas out of your head. And sometimes when you're just sitting in stillness, you'll find that you are getting new ideas, fresh ideas that you can continue to develop. After you have your ideas, you want to make a plan in some type of way. You may want to make an informal plan where you get some quick points about what you want to write. Or you can do a formal plan where you flesh out every character, every part of the setting, every idea that you want to go into the story. And that, of course, can definitely make writing your story easier. And when it's time to write, just write. Don't judge yourself. You can use sprints to help you write 15 minutes each day. So you'll have a plan, and before you start your sprints, look at your plan, decide on what are you going to write for that 15 minutes, set your timer and start writing. And once the timer stops, take a break and then choose another topic or continue on the same topic and keep writing. And another thing, if you are not finding that you can write every day, do not beat yourself up about it. Just choose some times where you can get in chunks of writing so that you know that you will keep writing. I hope these tips have been helpful for you. If they have, would you let me know in the comments? Just a reminder, your sisters in Christ are waiting for you in the Writing with Power community. Come write with us. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss my uploads. I upload videos on Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Central Time and on Saturdays at 3 p.m. Central Time. As always, I look forward to meeting you here. And until next time, happy writing.